Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the world didn't change. You did. And somehow everything around you shifted to match it. That eerie, electric sense that reality rearranged to reflect your inner state is the heart of Neville Goddard's idea that your world is yourself pushed out. It sounds mystical at first, but stay with me, because the way this plays out is shockingly practical. Once you see it, you'll notice the pattern everywhere, in your inbox, in the timing of texts, in the friendliness of strangers, in your bank app. It's not about forcing outcomes or controlling people. It's about recognizing that the assumptions you carry, your self-concept, your inner conversations, your imaginal acts, organize the events you meet. Life isn't judging you. It's echoing your most familiar inner tone. Let's get clear. Your world is yourself pushed out doesn't mean you consciously picked every inconvenience or heartbreak. It means your most consistent inner stories, especially the ones you run on autopilot, set the stage for the roles people play around you. Think of it like a director who forgot they're the director, then wonders why certain scenes keep happening. The script in your back pocket keeps getting performed. Your assumptions about yourself determine the parts others audition for in your experience. Expect delays, meet delays. Assume people love collaborating with you, and collaboration shows up. Believe money is a struggle, and it arrives through struggle. The loop isn't moral, it's mechanical. Change the inner pattern, and the loop rewires. Watch how subtly this operates. You text someone, and they don't reply right away. Instantly, your inner room fills with old echoes. I'm always an afterthought. They're losing interest. I knew this wouldn't last. That inner conversation feels private, but it trains your nervous system to interpret neutral events as proof of rejection. Soon a casual, "Hey, been busy," reads like, "I don't matter." And there it is, the world pushed out, repeating your private lines back to you. Flip the script. If your baseline assumption is, "People enjoy hearing from me," a delayed text is just a delayed text. You show up softer, less needy, more generous. The interaction adjusts because you adjusted. You didn't coerce anyone. You selected a different state. At work, this might look like a boss who never sees your contributions. If your default story is, "I go unnoticed," you over-explain, apologize, and approach opportunities like you're borrowing the room. Others respond by overlooking you. Shift into, "I'm the kind of person whose work speaks loudly," and your tone changes. Concise, steady, comfortable with silence. People feel it. They respond to it. You didn't cast a spell. You changed the set point of who you are being, and the scene conformed. So if assumption is the engine, how do you steer it? Neville taught a handful of simple, potent tools. The first is Imaginal Acts, using your imagination to feel and accept the end as if it's already done. Lie down, close your eyes, and replay a short scene of success, not as craving, but as memory. If you want reconciliation, imagine the easy laughter that only happens after awkwardness is gone. If you want new income, imagine a friend saying, "Congrats, it hit." Let that feeling tuck into your nervous system like a seed. This isn't daydreaming. It's deciding where your inner tone will live. The second tool is Inner Conversations. You're speaking to yourself all day about your worth, your future, the meaning of what happens. Catch those monologues and redirect them. If the habit is, "No one shows up for me," rehearse a new line. "People love to show up for me." Keep it simple, kind, and believable. Over time, your nervous system normalizes it. The outer world begins answering that new script with scenes that fit. The third tool is revision. At night, take a moment that bothered you and recast it. If your manager was curt, replay them being appreciative. If a payment was delayed, picture the deposit already confirmed. You're not denying what happened. You're refusing to install it as your baseline. You're moving the weight of your expectation from one shelf to another. The fourth tool is the state akin to sleep. In that drowsy, liminal moment, when your critical mind softens, plant the seed. When you're groggy, your imagination is sticky. Float the feeling of, I am already the person who, into that space, and it takes root faster. You're not begging reality, you're choosing a state. From there, action becomes obvious, light, and proportionate. Now, a big misunderstanding. Does this violate other people's free will? No, you can't puppet anyone. You select the version of reality you inhabit. The timeline where your assumptions set the tone. People still have their agency, but when you're in a state that expects kindness, you meet the subset of interactions that match kindness. Those who can't match often fade, and those who can lean in. It's resonance, not manipulation. Another misunderstanding. Does this blame the victim? Absolutely not. Responsibility here is not guilt. Guilt freezes you, responsibility frees you. It's recognizing authorship. You're not at fault for everything that happens, but you do influence how meaning lands in your nervous system, and that matters. The moment you claim authorship, you get your pen back. This isn't the same as positive thinking. Positive thinking tries to paint fear white. State work moves you into another room. You can't slap "I'm confident" on top of "I'm terrified" and expect miracles. But you can embody the version of you who has already moved through the fear. That version answers emails without drama, takes meetings calmly, and remembers outcomes are already favorable. That feeling is like a passcode. Enter it, and new options appear that were invisible in the old hallway. Let's make this concrete with a 7-day experiment. Day 1, choose one area where you feel stuck. Name your current baseline assumption out loud, kindly. My assumption about money is that it's fickle. No judgment, just witness it. Day 2, write a 10-second scene that implies the end you want. My account shows a higher balance, or 3 clients reached out. Day 3, rehearse that scene as you fall asleep, not craving, but remembering. Day 4, guard your inner conversation. When your mind tries to recite the old lines, gently interrupt, "Not my story anymore," and replace it. Day 5, revise one moment from the day that clashed with the new tone. Day 6, watch for bridges of incidents, odd, helpful events you didn't plan. Don't grab the wheel, follow the bridge. Day 7, celebrate any shift, internal or external. Even a calmer body counts. When you honor small changes, you stabilize the new baseline. A funny thing happens when you stop peaking for results. They show up faster. The state that keeps checking is the state that says, "It's not here yet," and the world mirrors that. Instead, live as if the end is normal. You don't need to announce it. Quiet confidence protects the seed, like cupping a candle from the wind. Humility is magnetic. It stabilizes your selection. What about setbacks? Often they're old echoes, primed for years. Don't panic if an old scene reappears. Stay with your new selection. Think of a thermostat. You set 22 graden. The room may fluctuate while heating, but the system knows where it's going. Your state is the set point. When you wobble, return to the end. Wobbles aren't failure. They're the crossing of old and new patterns. Keep choosing. This brings us to identity. The most efficient way to change outcomes is not to force outcomes, but to shift who you are being. If your identity is, "I'm the one who must work twice as hard for half as much," life will hand you scenarios that require exactly that. Try a different identity. "I'm the one to whom it comes." Feel the posture of that. It changes how you speak, how long your emails are, how you negotiate. People feel it. You're not begging life. You're selecting. If this feels big, start tiny. Pick micro-assumptions. People are kind to me in small ways. Watch how the barista, the driver, the colleague mirror that back. Then expand. Opportunities like to find me. You'll notice emails you used to ignore, conversations you'd normally rush past. Same world, different you. How long should I imagine? Long enough to feel the click. It's not minutes, it's saturation. Sometimes 10 honest seconds in the right state sink deeper than an hour of anxious visualizing. The click often feels like a soft relief, an inner "of course." If it doesn't come tonight, no problem. Return when you're drowsy. Do less, but do it sincerely. There's a subtle accelerator here. Gratitude that comes before evidence. Not performative gratitude, not "I'll say thanks so I can get the thing." Real gratitude that your inner selection matters. Gratitude that life builds bridges you never could have scheduled. This flavor of thanks is a signature frequency. It opens doors without knocking. Here's a simple story form you can use whenever you're tempted to spiral. Close your eyes. Picture a door labeled with what you want. Health restored, promotion secured, love renewed, creative breakthrough. See yourself already on the other side doing something ordinary that only happens once it's done. Setting your start date on the calendar. Laughing at an inside joke with your partner. Transferring a portion of your bigger paycheck into savings. Hear the room tone. Feel the chair. Smell the coffee. Make it real by making it mundane. After the fact, reality. Then, accept. Let your body say, "We know this." When you open your eyes, take the next light action. If it feels heavy and heroic, that's the old pattern asking for drama. Choose lightness. As these shifts multiply, you'll notice a new rhythm. People give you the benefit of the doubt. Delays reroute in your favor. A no becomes a not yet, then a yes. And on the rare day when nothing seems to move, it won't rattle you, because the state is home now. Not a performance, but a room you live in. This is the deeper reading of "Your world is yourself pushed out." You are not pushing harder. You are allowing differently. You're selecting a self that life can't help but mirror. Before we close, resist the urge, my urge, to summarize this into a tidy checklist. Remind yourself that summing up doesn't work because the audience is listening to it. You're not skimming a page. You're letting these ideas settle into your body. So instead of a recap, choose one thing right now. Pick the area, pick the assumption, pick the state, and plant it tonight in that drowsy, golden moment before sleep. That single, sincere selection is enough to begin the bridge. If this resonated, if you felt even a small click of recognition, take a second to support the channel. Like this video so more people find it. Share it with a friend who's ready to author their own script, and subscribe for more deep dive practical guides like this one. Your world is yourself pushed out. So let's push out something beautiful together.